Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Just going to do a bit more on the KX. If you want to get up to speed and everything else, watch the hour-long presentation on me putting plastics and bringing all the KX back to life and giving it a bit of a freshen up. Today I'm going to be fitting my skateboard bobbins. My plan is to drill and tap a hole into the end of the spline so I can actually fit these cool skateboard wheels. So yeah, so they can act as the crash bobbins for the thing. It's got one horrible black one on here that I've obviously got to deal with. So yeah, that's the plan, is to drill and tap a small like 13mm or 10mm nut into the end of that so I can bolt them on so it can look wicked and cool. And the second task I'm going to be doing is sorting out my oil leak with the seals. I ordered this on the whim. I actually didn't investigate it. It just looked like it was pissing all of that from behind there, which I'm pretty certain it is. So I'm hoping I open it up and don't find any other nightmares. But no, this bike was raced hard, but it was pretty well maintained. The rear shock, my God, that was a real good success. I'm actually really pleased with how the shock turned out. If anybody's interested in what I used and everything else, I'm sure I can find the item number for that. But that now is fully adjustable and everything else. So for road racing and Supermoto, because this bike isn't ever going to be like jump motocross wise, it's just going to be a road bike while a circuit racer. So yeah, the dampening on that is unbelievable. How much harder it is. So yeah, if anybody does race a KX series for a Supermoto, like a 60 or a 65 or an 80, that might be a really good upgrade for you. The next little bits of things that I've got to do to it that are annoying me is the exhaust. The tyre's been rubbing on the back of here. It's not a major concern right now, but it is annoying me, so I will keep an eye out for a fatty and FMF back box for it. And then once we do get it dialed in and everything else, I can take it for its first race day. It'd be good to get on camera, wouldn't it? Me falling off it. What else are we going to do? Yeah, I really like to put another set of rims on it. For some reason, I don't know why. I'm starting to make it look really pretty now, and I want to make it look even prettier. So I can buy a set of 12-inch rims and have them relaced. Maybe some black, slightly wider rims so I can get a bigger tyre on it. Maybe on the back might be a help. But we'll see how it rides. It might ride perfectly as it is. So why change it? You know. I'll just be upsetting it. If I put wider wheels on it and wider tyres, it might not turn in as well, or you know, be a bit skitty. So right, I'm going to get on and do this. Like I said, this isn't really one of those like how-to videos. It's just more of an update. So I'm going to get these on and then let's go from there. Like I say, I need to stop waffling and do more doing. Right, so yeah, I started pulling these old bobbins off. I got this fella off. It's just a hashed up absolute disaster of one. So what he's been doing with that, let's scrap. But anyway, then I thought, oh, I'll just tighten this back down and then I'll re-drill and tap for the new one. But in here, I don't know if you can see it, but there is no spacer. So when I tighten this up, literally the wheel just plows into the side of the swing arm. So that's fucking great. So I've got to sort that out. I've got to try and find a like a sleeve or a washer to go in there. And I was like, oh, okay, so let's go through all the bits. So I started getting all the boxes out, and I remember I got given a box of spares with this, but I never really looked at it. I just grabbed it and went, yeah, threw it in the back of the car. So I actually started rooting through the box of bits I got with it. Some of it's scrapped, like this rad. I mean, that's just set for the fucking bin. So, but if it holds water and I need one, it's it's one I have, one I haven't got. So I started going through it, and I found this. I found a 15-tooth front sprocket. So I don't know if it actually fits this, but it's got a screw hole there. I'm assuming this is a circuit. It's got a 14 on it, so that's a win. I've got a brand new 15-tooth front sprocket, so I'm all about the speed, so I'll put that on. Bonus. And then I was thinking the brake shoes in this are about shit, and I looked through here and there's fucking 3 boxes of brand new EVC grooved brake shoes. So I might as well go ahead and put a brand new set of brake shoes in the back, because it takes 2 minutes to take out to do the. I've got to pull the spindle out to do the spacer. I've got brand new brake shoes, so I'm going to fit a brand new set of brake shoes. So I was like, bonus, because I didn't even look for this. The guy went, oh, I've got some spares, here you go. And I went, alright, sound. So I've got a brand new set of brake shoes and a brand new sprocket, so they can go in my pile of stuff to do today. So brand new sprocket, brand new brake shoes, seals, and the bobbins is one of the main goals for today. And then I started rooting through this box more, and what the fuck is in here? I actually don't even know what is in here. Ah! Spacers! Ah! Spacers! What the fuck is that? It's a brand new genuine Kawasaki intake manifold. Okay. This has got all sorts of in it. I'll try and keep his address out. Yeah, I think he gave me these. I think he said these were for the front forks, to make the front forks dampening harder. What the fuck is that in there? Some sort of jet? Oh, it's a valve. Yeah, so these might be the spacers that he had for the thing, but it's a brand new intake manifold as well. I never even knew I had that. Okay, the plotting does thicken with this, because I don't know what he's got in here and what he hasn't, because I haven't actually gone through it. Oh, fuck's sake. Just dropped the clutch upside down. I used clutch. Don't know why that's in there. I've got loads of springs and washers to it. So yeah, I used clutch and springs. I know it might come in handy. I need some clutch components. I'll probably just put a brand new clutch in anyway. It is actually in good shape, that white clutch. So yeah, and I had this in it, and I just assumed there was a spare bore and barrel. And the reason after I started pulled this out, I was like, I've got to record this. So there's a barrel in here. Could do with replating, but it's had a lot of port work done. So it's had all these ports opened up, everything else. Seems in totally usable shape. So that's a bore, and I was like, oh yeah, so he's got a spare bore. And opened here, and he did show me this, and I just glanced and went, yeah, mate. There's a crank in here, so I'm assuming this is. He said he had it rebuilt, so he's had a new crank in it and piston in it, and he said it's only done a couple of meets, so it was quite a fresh engine. So that's the old crank and everything else, and I think what it is, and I was like, oh, okay, and then I did this. I was like, that is not a 60 bore, so this has got to be an 80 barrel. So I think the plan was he's got an 80 head and barrel, then he got this crank, and he's probably going to push the com rod out of this crank, put an 80 com rod and piston in, and then you end up stroking up the 60 to an 80. That is something we could probably definitely do in the future. I'm definitely going to look. I'm going to have to get a vernier on this and find out exactly the size of this and try and get a piston ordered. Then see if it's actually taller. The head is, the bore is actually taller. Then it will want the longer rod. So this could really work out in my favour. So we could do one season with the 60 in. That's if that is still a 60, because that goes really well. So it might already be stroked and bored. That's probably why there's an old crank in here. So yeah, it might already be stroked and bored already to 80cc. But that's definitely something I could finger, especially once I start getting used to it and I want a little bit more zap in it, so I could probably finger. But yeah, my goal now today is to get those brake shoes, put that finger in, sort the space out. I'm actually just going to go over the whole bike now. That's sort of like, now I know that's missing. I just sort of want to, for peace of mind, especially with racing. But fucking, you know, you don't want the wheels falling off when you're zapping around corners and stuff. So yeah, I'm going to chuck all this box back together. And then, yeah, I'll have to look at sizing up picture probably towards the end of the season now, because I don't want to open up a bike that's perfectly working fine. I wait until we've hashed some track time on it and it wants freshening up, and then I'll do it all in one go and I'll bore it up to 80. I tell you what, that'd be good though, if we can get the dyno up and working. Get the dyno is working. I just need to get time in here to finish it all up. Get the dyno working. We could do a power run with the 60. As it is, and then once we've done the engine work, which will probably be something later on in the season we could do. Well, I'm going to chuck the rest of these bits on and then I'll catch up with you once I've done that. Right, so I got the back wheel out, and I was completely right in changing them because those shoes are fucking spanked. So let's hope those new shoes do fit, because these ones are dead. pull that off. Okay. And I still need to find a sort of like space for washer. This was giving me a jip, and I'm trying to hold the bike and knock the wheel out, and I just did that, and the whole fucking thing fell off. So at least you got it on video. So let's go put another set of shoes. I'll show you guys how to change shoes. You know what, don't be daunted by shoes. People that do brake shoes on cars on rears, trust me, motorcycle ones are the most enjoyable thing ever. So over there, dickhead. So right, yeah, hope these are right. I'll phone that way. So much for cheapskate. So yeah, so a brand new set of shoes in here. Look at that. So these are going to be nice to change. Easy. All we need is a flatted screwdriver. Did it. Probably do them by hand, to be honest. You want to see me do them by hand? Challenge accepted. Brake shoes by hand. Ready? I'm scared. Okay, 1 and 2. Right, so you pull them off like that. Pull them off like that. Right, lay it down. Get your other shoes so you look identical. Lay them up side by side. Then you go to this one sideways. Pull the springs out. Look at that. 0 tools needed. Slide it in there. Next one. Put it in there. Right. And then yeah. Right. So you can tell the difference in the wear in the shoe. That's how much wear was in them. So they needed changing anyway. Near the neighbours. Where did that come from? Okay. It flew off from somewhere. Out of a box. Right. Yeah. Okay, and go on, you fucker. Yeah, I did it. Fitted a set of brake shoes and no tools. So basically, as that's in the carrier, it sits like that, and then that half moon goes like that and opens up the shoes. Obviously, you got like a drum round that. That's basically it. And the other ones were totally dead. So, right, that's saved me, you know, actually a nice shoe look. Got a nice wear pattern. So those were absolutely dead anyway. So that's sort of the next problem we're going to do is try and find a sleeve for this. I think this is the that was one of the extra spindles I had. This is the one I actually pulled out of the bike. A little bit loose in there. Will that fit in there though? No. Plus it's probably too wide anyway. Right then, I got the cover off, and there's a big hoink of shit and mud right in front of it, which isn't a good sign. So clearly this hasn't been off since the last time it was off road, and it looks pretty clean, so it looks like it's never been off for a long time. The lad The lad who used it did do a, what did he say? Speedway circuits with it, so he might have had, I got a set of knobblies with it, so I'm assuming the lad did ride it off road, but not as much as they did on road. And this is where I said I assumed the oil leak was coming from, was from this sprocket, and I think my guess was right, because the amount of oil on this chain, I think the seal's gone beyond the sprocket, which is a nice easy fix. It means I don't have to strip any of the engine cases. There's no big holes, not like the chain has rubbed through, so I'm going to get the chain off, pop this sprocket off, change the seal, and then I'm going to see. I think probably, by the looks of it, that 18th tube's got no fucking chance of fitting in there, so let's try and find some circuit pliers. I don't think there is any in this workshop. At the minute I've got all the wheel back together at the back, but I haven't tightened up any of the adjusters or put the nuts in, because for one, I'm got to drill holes in the end to put bobbins in. Sorry, I've got to drill holes to put the bobbins in, and I might end up pulling the spindles out and doing that in the vise, because I don't think I'm going to be able to drill that square, that straight square into there. So, well, let's sort one problem at a time. The reason I left this loose is because if I put a different size sprocket on it, I'm going to have to adjust the chain anyway, so then there's no point in undoing the back wheel again, so I just left it as is. So let me try and find a set of circuit pliers, and then I'm going to pull that off. So just a big bit of fucking dirt that must be on the sprocket. Okay. It was muddle caked in it, it's fucked the seal. Right then guys, this seal is completely shafted. If you put it in, I mean it feels like it's sealing, but it obviously had that much mud and dirt in it. I reckon it's just ate the seal alive. I have got this other seal, I've got a new seal for this, so I'm going to show you how to remove the seal, and this might not be the correct way to do it, but it's my way of doing it. Let's go get one of these nice chisels. When I mean chisels, I mean screwdriver. That one's one I can fuck up. Okay. Right, and then just be... I wish we had some fucking decent tools in here. There we go. Okay. Definitely moved. This is one of those moments where I like to say, yeah, well, basically what you do is go in there, fuck it all up. This is like one of those moments where I wish I wasn't filming. I could have just like got it out in 10 seconds. There we go. So, seal out. So I can't really, oh yeah, looks pretty haggard. Don't look destroyed. Have I got any clutch and brake cleaner? Yes, I do, somewhere. Where? Clutch and brake cleaner. Ah. Can't remove all the grease. This is also going to need cleaning, so let's get a rag. Top tip, have kids, then use their old clothes for rags. Yeah, that's going to work. Or, even better tip, find someone that's got kids and then ask them for their old clothes, then just use them as rags. Right, so, new seals. Seals. I think it's this one. Try it for size. So yeah, that sits in there a lot tighter, doesn't it? Okay. push the seal into there. Normally finger and thumb pressure should be enough to get this going, and it is, because I'm so hench. So I mean pushing the bike off. Okay, I'm going to push it just level where it was before. So sorry guys, I'm ducking out of the way for you. So yeah, just a light tap. And I am happy. Am I happy? Yeah. Right. Here's a mistake people make: is seals need to be lubricated. They can't go in dry, because what they'll do is the second they start spinning, they'll burn the rubber out. So you've got to make sure that your bearings, your seals are lubricated. If they're not oiled and they're bone dry, I'll just spray brake cleaner all in there. They'll completely burn out within minutes, and then they'll just start leaking. And then you're like, oh, why did that start leaking straight away? I've just changed it. So that is there as a film of oil too, so that it's not completely bone dry. Okay, that should be sound. Good, job to good. And there was no washer or whatnot. What the fuck is it picking up? Dog hair or something? Go on. Yeah. And then just make sure that it has sat in the ridge of the sprocket. Okay. So we're good to go there. Let's take all this shit away. Where did that come from? From somewhere. Oh, that's the washer on the back of that. Right guys, I didn't film me drilling on, because to be honest I needed to rest up against my chest with the drilling. It was so fucking hard to try and drill straight and film, so I had to turn you off. So basically what I've done is I've drilled through the end of the spindles, and now I've tapped and died them while I'm in the middle of tapping them. So this is so that I can obviously fit the bobbins on. I've drilled holes in each end of the spindle on the nut end, so I can tap and die it, and then put a little 6mm nut bolt all the way through. Same on this one. I don't expect that's going to be cause much thing, because it's literally the last like 3 or 4 mil at the end, so it isn't even into the part that's got the nut, so it's not going to make it weak in any way. Like I say, it's just in the head of the bolt, so I can re-tap those and then fit me wicked skateboard wheels as my crash bobbins. And I think we just decided, it says lucky 53 mil on it, so I think I'm going to record. I'm going to choose me number as 53, so that's going to be my race number now, 53. I needed to choose one, so yeah, so I'm going to get the numbers made up for 53, lucky number 53 written on the thing. So right, I'm going to get these all tapped out, and then join me once I've got the nuts in. Hopefully now that should be have a thread weighed into it, so now I can actually screw that bad boy into the end of there. Look at that. Okay, yeah, and then a couple of washer on the back of that, and then that'll hold me bobbin on. Wicked. Right guys, bobbins are all on. They look nice, don't they? Of one side, I say bobbins, skateboard wheels. I think they look really cool actually. So yeah, all done. Obviously just drilled and tapped a 6mm head through that. So I've got trying to get not much space to stand back so you can get an overall picture. But that's it. All I've got to do is put gear oil in the gearbox. I'm going to order some proper light gear oil for it. And yeah, we're set and ready to race. It's one of those things where now I can just stick it in the corner, and when I need to do it, all I've got to do is put check fluids, and it's good to go. Brakes are all adjusted, chain adjusted. I put that bigger sprocket in. We did the oil seal, and we put the bobbins on. So compared to like my last video that was obviously an hour's long, this one obviously might be a little bit shorter, but I thought we'd just finish this up. So this is a project now that's got a thumbs up, it's done, and it can go to the back of the workshop, and then we can get on to something else. To be honest, there's a couple of projects I just need to get on. The ATC is waiting for me to spend some more money on it, which I don't have at the minute. So ATC is on the back burner at the moment. I don't think it wants a lot. I think it wants new rear plastics really, and I wanted to get cart hubs because there's no reason to be getting this all up and running. I haven't fired it up yet either, so I've got to get the wiring harness done, and I might stick it's got a 12-volt starter on it, so I might get a battery cage made and put some other stuff on it. But bear with me, that will get done. I'm thinking that once I get the Supermoto out to the kart circuit, I could probably befriend somebody there and say, look, hey, if I put goat kart wheels on me ATC, will you let me have a basher on the track on it, even if it's just for a couple of laps, just so I can say I've done it. So yeah, there's a few more projects in the pipeline. Curry needs MOTing, but obviously with the lockdown, there's no one really bike-wise that's running MOT testing stations at the moment. And Mix needs the carb sorting and a puncher doing in the back tyre. So yeah, KX is done for now, so that's one thing you can tick off the list, and hopefully next time we go out and I can get you some footage of me going around the kart circuit. I think the nearest circuit to me is Snetton kart circuit, and they do Supermoto in the evenings, and I think it's quite cheap. I think it's about 25 quid or something like that for the afternoon, so you do like, I think it's like 3 till 8 o'clock at night or something like that. So like and subscribe as always, and if you did like the content and then you go back through our channel, check some of the videos, I'd really like it if you would consider subscribing to the YouTube channel, because like I say, it gives me the enthusiasm and the up and gump to get up and get stuff recorded and get it done for you. So ciao for now.